One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the American, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas Tech's offense will have the football first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. And one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position. And these are two of the best in the entire country.
Surging forward on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Off play action. He lets it fly. Finds a spot down the gun of the knee. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Wants to go up top. Quick completion on the out route. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Gill. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Syracuse will send out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. Back to throw, it's Morton. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Gets it out fast. He's out of bounds after a short gain, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. It looked as if they had a chance to tie it, but that goes by the boards as the penalty takes away the touchdown. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Throws to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Full wideout set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Right down the middle. Makes the grab, and they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. Complete to the left. Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Using the quick game. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Inside the 30.
And you really want your quarterback in the red zone to be efficient, to be smart, not to give up points. And, man, he makes a big mistake. They capitalize on defense, return the ball all the way down the field, and now their offense has an opportunity in the red zone.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to go up top. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown Orange! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's That's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of the defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and the returner will be knocked down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
And the Red Raiders will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's James. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Makes his man miss. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Using his legs, it's Willis. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gill. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Nixon. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Orange will have to punt. We've come to the break, and it's Syracuse on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Grab behind the line. It's Douglas. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Dropping back, it's Morton. Fires to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Virgil. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And the Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the running back. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Virgil. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Douglas. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Dickey. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Guys, final minute of play, and we are all tied up.
Man, that is a massive field goal. So much pressure on him. With just a couple seconds left here in the game, he knocks it through the uprights. It looks like this thing's going into overtime as long as your defense does not completely screw this thing.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Motion from the wideout. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Turning it on! Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Looking deep down the right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
Holding. Offense.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe 1 possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First down, 10 yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Handoff from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. He's got enough to give Syracuse the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Willis. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll give it to the back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Syracuse! They strike first here in overtime.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7.
That makes the score Syracuse 17, Texas Tech 10.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They send 4 receivers onto the field, 2 to the right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 6. Snagged in the middle, it's Eakin. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Red Raiders have moved it inside the 20. To the air on 1st down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Red Raiders! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. But now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you got a chance right now with 1 play to win this football game.
And the extra point is good.
17.
Here in the 2nd overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Now setting up shop in the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Eakin. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Takes the handoff. It's Dickey. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'd love to strike first with a touchdown. They'll try to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Morton. He's got it. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Got it in to take the lead here in the 2nd OT.
Number 1 with the grab and the score.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Texas Tech 23, Syracuse 17.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Willis. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Brings up second down.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Gonna sling it on second down. Got his man on the right. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. A run for the quarterback. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The give. Touchdown, Cuse. That ties it up here at double OT, and now they can win it.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for two. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to two-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
They can't convert. That short yardage, condensed area, nobody got the two, and we play on. So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward. On the option. Tremendous execution to get the two, and now they turn up the heat.
That makes the score Syracuse 25, Texas Tech 23.
So now they'll need to answer to keep this game alive. Trying to surge it in. They are denied. The two-point try is stopped, and a game-winning play by this defense in overtime. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible now.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good